episode of Off the Script, number 159, part number 2 for your Saturday, March 4th, 2017! I got news on Pete Dunne making his WWE main roster debut with Raw or Smackdown following WrestleMania 33. And here's the kicker. Is he going to be the third man in the new Triple H Evolution? We're going to talk about it today on Off the Script. Also, we're going to talk about this big match announced for SmackDown Live with Randy Orton versus AJ Styles. The winner goes on to fight Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania 33. But what does this mean for Luke Harper? Luke Harper reportedly being held back by Vince McMahon. His WrestleMania role will be diminished. What is going on with Luke Harper? We're going to talk about that as well. Also, Jack Swagger Catering might be alive. After all, he has not been granted his release yet. The latest on Jack Swagger and the WWE. And finally, former WWE superstar Rey Mysterio possibly headed to Impact Wrestling. All this, plus so much more, right here on Off the Script.
JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script. Big Show and Ryback, Strowman and Roman. Get off my fucking TV and save me the misery. And all you fucking goons, just grab a cold beer. The man of the hour is finally here. JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script. JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script.
What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. Thank you so much for tuning back into the channel this Saturday morning, March 4th, 2017. This is Off the Script, episode 159, part number 2. Man, we got a lot to go over, including Luke Harper and his WrestleMania role being diminished. What is going on with that, man? A lot of people are going to be unhappy with this story today, right here on Off the Script. I want to thank everybody for checking out, as always, the Fastlane preview and predictions for Sunday's show. Remember, as soon as the show goes off the air live on the WWE Network, I will be right here giving you guys your official review and results for WWE Fastlane 2017. Goldberg versus Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman headline Sunday's event from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Make sure you guys go and check out my preview and predictions. And we go over the entire card, man. I give you my opinion on every feud leading up to the show. I go over exactly how I'd book it and what I think is going to happen in all that event, plus 2 hours total of Off the Script, man. Unbelievable show. Make sure you guys go and check that out. If you missed it, link will be in the annotation that you see on the screen right there in front of you if you are indeed watching on YouTube.com. I also want to thank everybody who is showing love to Audible. Audible is sponsoring Off the Script going forward, man. Get used to it. audibletrial.com/offthescript. You guys can try the service out free for 30 days. And that includes one free audiobook, and that is compatible with iPhone and Android. Over 180,000 books to choose from. A lot of those are wrestling-related books. Daniel Bryan, Shawn Michaels, Mick Foley, Chris Jericho. You guys can even do a pre-order. And I just read tonight that Justin Roberts has a new book coming out. Not sure if that's available for pre-order, but I'm sure he's got a lot of stories to tell. leading up to his termination in WWE. Also, you guys can pre-order AJ Lee's new book, Crazy Is My Superpower, coming out next month. That is audibletrial.com/offthescript. We already have 11 signups already for the first 3 days of March, man. Let's get more going on that. We had a total of 94 for February. I'm looking to do over 100 in March, man. That's audibletrial.com/offthescript. Thank you to everybody showing love to Audible. I want to shout out Loot Crate as well. We did an unboxing for WWE Slam Crate on part 1, man. Absolutely fun fucking crate to open. If you guys want to go check that out, it's lootcrate.com/JD from NY. You pick your subscription, and at the end, I'm going to give you a coupon code, man. Everybody listening to Off the Script, exclusive to everyone who listens to this podcast, lootcrate.com/JD from NY. And the coupon code is indeed JD from NY. It's going to save you 10% off, man. If you guys love WWE, if you're a fan, if you want to give it as a gift, it's unbelievable, man. They're doing such a great thing with Loot Crate and Slam Crate, all officially licensed WWE products. And that crate was awesome, man. We got a Rock figurine, die-cast metal figurine of The Rock. We got a backpack, a WWE Championship, backpack I could take to Orlando with me. We had a nice poster of Charlotte. We got some trading cards, a Seth Rollins exclusive t-shirt from WWEshop.com, and a lot of great shit. So make sure you guys go and check that out. LootCrate.com/JD from NY if you guys want to go check that out. I also, again, want to shout out Rusty. He's been very appreciative of the love we're giving him on Off the Script. If you guys missed the 414 with JD and Rusty, we talk about Roman Reigns and what we could do to make him into a fan favorite. But that's not even the reason why you should watch the fucking show, man. JD is wearing an orange button down with a black tie, and he's got no fucking hat on. There's no hat on JD. If there's any more reason to go watch the fucking episode with Rusty on the 414 with JD talking about Roman Reigns, it's without a hat. JD's without a hat. So make sure you guys go and check that out. I'll leave you Rusty's link to the video down in the description, and I want you guys to go and subscribe to Rusty, as always. The 414 on YouTube.com. I also want to shout out my very, very good friends over at WrestleRumble.com. Matt from Wrestle Rumble, the mastermind behind Wrestle Rumble. I didn't even know they were doing a Wrestle Rumble for Fastlane, man. He told me that they weren't going to do it, but it's the road to WrestleMania, so why the fuck not? Wrestle Rumble is back. And if you guys want to win money on Sunday, Wrestle Rumble is the ultimate way to do it. Listen to this. Fastlane Pick'em is now live. WrestleRumble.com. All you got to do is sign up and listen to the prize pool, man. We got first place is going to get, and I wish I could win this. This would be a fucking kicker for WrestleMania for me going down there. First place is $500 cash. Cold hard cash. Right to your PayPal. And that includes 2 tickets to NXT TakeOver and WrestleMania. That is fucking unbelievable, man. And the tickets are given to them, sponsored by Ticket King online. So make sure you guys go and check out Ticket King as well. Second place is $100 cold hard cash. Third, fourth, and fifth place, $50. Make sure you guys go and sign up. WrestleRumble.com is live right now with the Fastlane Pick'em. Single entry is $10, and a triple entry, 3 times the opportunity to win, is $20. Make sure you guys go and check that out. Winners will be announced at the end of Smackdown Live, 2 days after Fastlane. You will be contacted via phone and or email. Winners will also be announced on their Facebook page and Twitter account at Wrestle Rumble, and also follow them on Instagram at Wrestle Rumble, man. So make sure you guys go and show some love to Wrestle Rumble. It's fun, man. You're going to get a bunch of questions, answer them, and put your knowledge to the test. Answer the questions right, and you win money. Can't beat that, man, and it's going to make Fastlane even more enjoyable to watch on Sunday night. And finally, guys, the t-shirts. A lot of people ask me about the t-shirts. The reception has been great for the new JD's Negan / Get Off My TV t-shirt. Unbelievable. If you guys missed the t-shirt unveiling, I'm going to play it right now. The hit list for Get Off My TV is ever growing, with alumni such as Kane, Eva Marie, The Big Show, Ryback, and Dana Brooke already taken out by Lucille. Roman Reigns has escaped with his life. But that doesn't mean there's not more names being added to the list weekly, with newcomers such as Charlotte, JBL, Byron Saxton, Stephanie McMahon, and David Otunga. Lucille is thirsty. With the idea taken from JD is Negan mixed with the ever-popular hashtag of Get Off My TV. Ladies and gentlemen, available this weekend on barbershopwindow.com, the newest design for Off the Script. I love how I could do that on demand, man. Just play it, it plays, you know? So that's the new t-shirt. And a lot of people asking me, will you get it before WrestleMania? Yes, it's not live on the site yet. barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. It is not live yet. Hopefully by the end of this weekend. I know my boy Connor, the one who designs all my t-shirts, he sent it through Barbershop Window. They take a little bit of time getting it up there, but it will be there. If it's up by next week and you guys order it and you're right on top of it, you will get it before WrestleMania, man. It's only 7 days to print and another 7 days to ship. It's about 2 weeks. So if you guys want some new, fucking merchandise to take down to Orlando with you, show up at WrestleCon, show up at Internet Darlings, show up at Access. I'll be at all three, man. Make sure you guys go and get your t-shirts. barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. And if you guys want to support the podcast through the Patreon, you always can do that as well, man. There's a new Patreon exclusive for Off the Script and this channel. Not only can you support Patreon and the channel with monthly pledges, if you guys want to do that and can afford it, fantastic. You guys get early access to everything Off the Script. And I just now, if you are a Patreon, no matter how much you pledge, you have access to my exclusive server on Discord, man. I finally set up a Discord. Fuck Skype, because they're fucking awful. And I will be in and out of there all week long. I might make a few appearances here and there, but it's for you guys to interact with me. Get the lowdown on what's going on. What we're going to be talking about on Off the Script. Chat amongst yourselves. All the Patreon family can chat amongst themselves. It's going to be a fun deal, man. So if you guys are on Patreon and you are pledging to Patreon, I left the Discord link to the exclusive server on the Patreon page. Make sure you guys go and check that out as well. Thank you for everything you guys do. I am fucking humbled at the support that this podcast gets every single week. And I'm going to continue to make it better each and every week, man. Thank you guys for everything. Before we get into the show, as you guys know, man, I'm fucking exhausted, bro. I really am. Last night was very, very stressful. I got out of work. I don't even remember what time I got out. I think I got home around 4 o'clock. Or I got out of work at 4 o'clock. I didn't get home till about 5:30 because I had to make a few errand stops. But I got home, and my loot crate was outside, right behind my gate. And then I go to my back door, because I live in a basement apartment, and the gate here to my house, there's a huge walkway, and then I go to my door. Outside my back door was my new PC. I ordered it from Ironside PC. I'm still operating right now under my old PC, it's still alive, it's still kicking. It's slow at rendering videos, but I didn't get the time to set up the new one. Because last night, I wanted to do Off the Script, and, Friday's Off the Script takes me at least, 2 hours to record, and then another hour to fucking get everything pieced together, and then I gotta render it, I gotta upload it, I gotta tag it, I gotta thumbnail it, I gotta fucking monetize it. Bunch of shit goes into Friday's episode, man. A lot of hours sitting in this chair. But I didn't get a chance to open it. I had to rush doing Off the Script. I didn't get it up for you Patreons like I usually do the night before. It was live around 8:30 this morning for you guys. It went live completely for everybody at 11. And I wanted to go get a Nintendo Switch. And I was worried because I really wanted one. I missed out on the fucking Nintendo Classic. That little miniature old school Nintendo system that was prepackaged with 30 games. I missed out on that. I still can't even find it. I can wait on it a little bit more, but eventually I want one because I just want to have it. There's the original Zelda, Donkey Kong, Mario, Punch-Out, I believe, is in there. All those old classic games are pre-installed into that. But I wanted a Nintendo Switch because I love Zelda. Every Zelda that I've ever played, being that, since I was on my own, every Zelda that I've ever seen come out, I was day one release, day one purchase. I played the fuck out of it, okay? I want to have it. And GameStop was giving me bullshit. Nobody answered the fucking phone on the 3rd. Nobody answered anything. They didn't want to hear anything. I believe they lied to customers to get them into the store for the midnight release, only to turn people away because they didn't have any systems. So I'm like, fuck, what am I going to do? I had, in my junk email, I remembered I had a free 30-day trial for Amazon Prime. And I read online that Amazon Prime will be selling Nintendo Switch to Prime customers. So I'm like, shit, that could be a good way. And in some cases, there was going to be same-day delivery. But I'm like, fuck, I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait a day. I want to see if I can have some fun with this and go to Best Buy and maybe get lucky. I go to the local Best Buy, which is about a 10-minute drive from where I am. And I get there at 11 o'clock. I'm like, okay, I can wait an hour in the cold. I don't mind. I got my phone. I'll watch YouTube videos. I'll listen to a podcast. I'll listen to music, whatever. I get there at 11 o'clock. I go into the Best Buy parking lot. I drive through the parking lot. There's people camping out in fucking chairs with blankets. One guy even had a fucking tent for a Nintendo Switch. I wanted to look at him like, are you fucking kidding me? Do you work? How long you been here? Have you showered in the last 5 days? Jesus Christ. Line was at the door all the way around the block. I'm like, this is going to be a waste of my fucking time. But I figured, you know what? An hour is worth it. An hour is worth it for Zelda. So I'm waiting in line and I'm waiting in line. People drive by, right? People are driving by. They see everybody in the middle of the night at 11:30, 12 o'clock at night. What are you waiting for, man? What am I waiting for? Where the fuck have you been? We're standing outside of Best Buy at midnight. So, obviously, it's got something to do with electronics. What are we waiting for? Yeah, I'm waiting for a fucking slice of pizza. Yeah, I'm waiting for the newest Jordans. What the fuck you think I'm waiting for outside Best Buy? You fucking asshole. Some people are so goddamn stupid. You know? A couple drove by. Oh, yeah, man, what are you waiting for outside? I didn't even answer them. I looked away. The headphones go back in the ear. Go fuck yourself. Can't stand stupidity, bro. So I'm waiting in line, and Best Buy employees finally come out at 11:30, and they're handing tickets out. They're handing flyers. Never mind, I didn't think it was a ticket, but I thought it was flyers about, what you could buy, how much the system's going to be. So one of them hands me a flyer. I'm number 16. It says number 16 at the top of the flyer. So I'm like, whoa. You mean I'm getting a system tonight? Number 16. I got system number 16, you're telling me. She's like, yes, you are getting a system. I'm like, holy shit. Finally, something good happened to me. Then, one of the other employees actually yelled out loud, how many people pre-ordered the Nintendo Switch that are waiting in line? When I tell you, if I was to gauge, if 100% of the people were standing in line waiting for a Switch, I would say about 5% of them pre-ordered. Everybody waiting in that line was waiting for a walk-in. So nobody pre-ordered the Switch. So I lucked out with this particular Best Buy. So I got a Switch. I bought Zelda. I bought the Joy-Con charger where you can play with the Joy-Cons and make it into a controller. I wanted the Pro controller, but that was sold out. $80 for a fucking Pro controller. Are you kidding me? Eventually I'll get it, but I'm okay. Actually, it's right here. Hold on. I literally got everything here. I didn't even open it. I had no time to open it. I got Zelda. Zelda's right there. Still in the package. I got the Joy-Con charging grip right there. And we got the system itself. So there you go. Everybody asking me, JD, did you get a Switch? Yeah, motherfucker. I got a Switch right here. There you go. And look. So I'm not bullshitting you. I'm number 16. If you guys can see. Number 16. So that's that. It's pretty substantial. Haven't opened it yet. Can't wait to play it. I'm going to be setting up my Twitch. I did start a new Twitch. Because I love playing video games, man. I just got no fucking time. If I was not working at my bullshit fucking job, you know, I would definitely stream in the mornings and do my wrestling at night. That's what I want. That's the formula I want. And I set up a new Twitch. If you guys are interested in watching me stream Zelda, I'm going to try something for tomorrow. I really am going to try. If you guys want to follow me on Twitch, www.twitch.tv/JD from New York. And New York is spelled out. And make it easy for you, it's down at the bottom of the description. It's right there. You know, follow me on Twitch. I want to try and get my audience back up. I did have an old channel of 8,000 followers, but I felt like there was a lot of dead followers on there. I would stream, and then I would get 100 to 150 followers watching me. It's like, I got 8,000 fucking people watching me. That doesn't really compute with me. So I started a new channel. We got fresh new followers, fresh new content coming up. I'm going to be doing a lot of my walkthroughs on there. You know, older walkthroughs, because, you know, it's a waste uploading them to YouTube. You know, new games that I really like, yeah, I'll upload to YouTube. Like the older games I want to go back and play, I'm going to start streaming on there. Especially with this, you can't stream Nintendo on YouTube. They'll fucking copyright you, they'll flag you, they'll fuck you. Yeah, so it's not fun. So I'm going to keep it to Twitch. Mario Kart Monday might come back on Twitch. Zelda will definitely be on Twitch. You know, the new Super Mario Odyssey is going to be on the Twitch. I can't wait for Breath of Fire. I can't wait for fucking Dragon Quest. A lot of good shit coming. A lot of things I want to do. But I just have no time because, you know, when I'm at work 35 hours a fucking week and I got to come home and do this, there's no time for gaming. It sucks. So that was my night last night. I didn't get home till fucking 2. I went to bed. And then I had to get up at 7:30. I had to finish editing off the script. Had to completely fucking thumbnail it, monetize it. I'm like fucking half asleep like a zombie. Like, where the fuck am I? And then I had to go to work. You know, I had my coffee. The coffee wasn't enough. They actually let me go early. I came home. I passed the fuck out, dude. I felt like I got F5 by Brock Lesnar last night. I stand in the cold for 3 hours. They didn't even let me in the store till 12:50. Midnight release. I didn't get into the store till 12:50. And by the time we got into the store, we had to wait another half an hour because people were asking me, oh, what's this thing do? Oh, how much is this? Listen, motherfucker, take the system, get a game, get the fuck out. Seriously. I knew what I wanted. I was fucking not even 5 minutes online. Boom. Give me Zelda, give me the system, give me the Joy-Con, and fuck you. Take my money. Okay? But I didn't get home till 2. And then I had to go to work. Passed out at home here. I fell asleep at 4:30 watching fucking Blade with Wesley Snipes, and I love that fucking movie, man. And I fell asleep. I woke up at 6:30. Violently, I woke up. My new computer, like I mentioned, is still in the box, in my fucking kitchen. Didn't even open it yet. Didn't even fucking take a look at it. Didn't install it. Didn't do nothing with it. Big fucking box. My cat is actually fucking, she's destroying the cardboard that it's in. Ripping the fucking tape. Clawing at the fucking box. I wake up fucking violently. I'm like, what the fuck? TV's off. Lights are off. Everything was fucking censored. You know, because when there's no movement in my fucking house, all the lights just go into sleep mode. The TV goes into sleep mode. I wake up, it's fucking dark outside. I was so tired. I felt like I was in one of those. You ever feel like when you're fucking so exhausted and you fall asleep, you wake up fucking out of nowhere. And you feel like you've been sleeping all night, but realistically you only slept for 2 hours? That's how I felt. I woke up so violently, thanks to my fucking cat Bailey, destroying the cardboard, that I honestly thought I slept all night. I thought I slept all night. I wake up and I'm like, holy shit, it's only 6:30? Fuck. Alright, I'll make a cup of coffee, and I'll get to record off the script. And I did 2 videos. I'm doing this one, and I did one, a off-the-script extra, Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy officially talking to the WWE for a WWE return to the company. That went live last night at 8 p.m. So you guys can go check that out. That's live right now. That'll be in the annotation that you see on the screen too. So that was my fucking night, and here we are. I got my Switch. I got my PC. Huge fucking stressful day yesterday. I'm off Saturday and Sunday. I could get a lot of work done. Fastlane's going to be here. I'm going to be doing Simulate. I got so much shit I got to do, man. There's not even going to be time to fucking breathe. It's just a lot of stuff, so bear with me. There's just a lot of things I want to do. I just, you know, hopefully, I'm such a perfectionist. I want to get everything across in a good way. I want everything to look good and sound good. So, just make sure that you're sticking with me because there's a lot of fun stuff coming up right here on the channel and on my Twitch coming soon. So thank you guys for everything. But now that we went through all that and you've seen a partial, it's not really an unboxing, but it's a showcase of the Nintendo Switch for those who ask me, oh, JD, did you get a Switch, man? Yeah, did you see my tweet about 20 minutes ago? You're asking me, I just tweeted it out. You know, I think people do it on purpose. I tweet out a picture that I got a Nintendo Switch, and then I got some fucking goon asking me, did you get a Switch, man? Read my timeline. It's the last thing that I literally just tweeted 20 minutes ago. I understand you want to talk to me, but read. You know? Don't waste my time and don't waste your time. It took you more effort to fucking type that tweet to me than actually scroll down my timeline. The shit I see, man. Stupidity is contagious. Anyway, let's get on with the news, man. Let's talk wrestling. Like I said, we did a big update video on Matt and Jeff Hardy possibly returning to the WWE. That is live on my channel right now. Please go and support that video. Leave it a thumbs up. I give you my booking scenarios for them coming to the WWE. We go over my original booking scenario for the New Day and the Broken Hardys at Wrestlemania. They're talking right now, and obviously you guys know the reason why they left TNA Impact Wrestling is because they felt disrespected at the contract negotiation talks, and Rebby Sky said that the contract got to them 5 days right before their contract was over. So it's like Anthem didn't want to even negotiate with them, and everything felt rushed. That was their deal, and we talk about all that in the video that I made last night. But as for the news, let's talk about this. Let me go over my notes here. We got the big match announced for Smackdown Live with WrestleMania 33 implications. Okay, Randy Orton versus AJ Styles for a #1 contendership, and the winner of that will go on to fight Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania. This week's episode of SmackDown Live left fans with more questions than answers. AJ Styles defeated Luke Harper to earn his shot at WrestleMania 33 against Bray Wyatt for the WWE Championship, but everything has changed. Randy Orton would later on the show turn on Bray Wyatt, burn down the Wyatt family compound, gasoline the grave of Sister Abigail, and tell him that he wants the WWE Championship. So who is the real #1 contender? And who will face Bray Wyatt for the WWE title? WWE announced a huge match on SmackDown Live this week. AJ Styles will take on Randy Orton to determine Bray Wyatt's opponent at WrestleMania 33. Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan reviewed what happened over the past few weeks and decided that it was only fair that these two face off to determine the #1 contender for the WWE Championship. And WWE tweeted out, breaking at AJ Styles org at Randy Orton. They will battle Tuesday on SmackDown Live to determine Bray Wyatt's WrestleMania opponent. How many of you think we're going to see the Phenomenal Forearm turned into the RKO? It's going to be a fucking highlight of the year right now, I'm telling you that. But listen, I enjoy what's going on right now with SmackDown. A lot of you are really concerned about the prestige and the importance of the Royal Rumble. I don't see the Royal Rumble being diminished at all in this situation. You guys got to understand. Randy Orton was never going to give up his Royal Rumble win and forego his WWE Championship match. I never understood people's complaints with what's going on here. I mean, I look at everybody and I'm like, well, what is everybody fucking complaining about? I know I do my fair share of complaining, but what is there honestly to complain about here? Now, if this was Monday Night Raw, yeah, we could complain until we're fucking green in the face. But this is SmackDown. There's no rules anywhere in any WWE book. You can go get the fucking rule book. This is not going to be in there. Nowhere does it say that the Royal Rumble winner has to have an easy go to WrestleMania. In fact, it should be the opposite. The Royal Rumble winner, is guaranteed a WWE title shot, but that doesn't mean that he has an easy road to WrestleMania. Whoever said that Randy Orton was going to have a stroll in the park, Maybe he passes grandma's fucking house and he gets a whiff of some nice homemade blueberry pie. This is not a walk in the fucking park for Randy Orton. Okay? And also, I want you guys to appreciate what SmackDown is doing. They took somewhat of a lukewarm reception to Randy Orton winning the Royal Rumble, and they're turning into a intriguing storyline. So give them some credit and appreciate good storytelling. We're getting Randy Orton versus Luke Harper. Luke Harper has been on fire. He had a great match with Randy Orton at the Elimination Chamber. He had a great match with AJ Styles on SmackDown. So Luke Harper, in the midst of Randy Orton foregoing his Royal Rumble victory, is being elevated, slowly but surely. That's a positive. We're getting fucking AJ Styles versus Randy Orton on SmackDown Live. I mean, that's a WrestleMania-worthy match in itself. We're getting for free on SmackDown Live. Some might have a problem with that, but I don't care. It's all for the building of WrestleMania's storyline for the WWE Championship. I like it. I'm not complaining. And like I said, the most important thing that I stated here, nobody ever said, it's not written anywhere, where it states that the Royal Rumble winner has to have an easy road to WrestleMania because he won the Royal Rumble. Appreciate good storytelling. This is something we're not getting on Mondays. So if you're complaining about what's going on SmackDown, there's nothing, honestly, with this product that's going to make you happy. Appreciate good storytelling. That's the most important thing I can tell you guys right now. It's going to be a great night on Tuesday, and the hopeful sight of a phenomenal forearm into an RKO is going to be delightful. Don't worry about it. We have rumors, and they're coming from Dave Meltzer. Whether or not you want to take that with any validity, that's up to you. But everything with Dave Meltzer, just take with a grain of salt, okay? Pete Dunne. Everybody's been mentioning Pete Dunne. He would be a great addition to the new Evolution. Pete Dunne rumored to be joining the main roster after WrestleMania 33. This is news that broke today via the Wrestling Observer newsletter, paid subscription. The United Kingdom Championship Tournament was a success, whether you want to believe it or not. It was a success. Not many people watched it according to the WWE online polls, but that doesn't mean it wasn't a fucking great night on that second day. Back in January, I believe it was January 3rd and 4th, 16 wrestlers from the United Kingdom participated in the tournament to award the first ever WWE United Kingdom champion. The tournament was won by Tyler Bate, who defeated Pete Dunne in the finals. Now, since the tournament has concluded, it is still unclear what WWE's plan is for the championship and the rest of the competitors that participated in that tournament. We've seen a few of them compete at NXT live events and on NXT TV, but we still don't know where the division will be full-time. Current rumors suggest that tournament competitor Pete Dunne could be in store for a huge push from WWE and sooner than everybody is thinking. According to the latest Wrestling Observer newsletter, Dave Meltzer is reporting that WWE is currently discussing having Pete Dunne appear on either the Raw or SmackDown Live after WrestleMania 33. It should be noted that other UK talent from the tournament are likely going to be involved in WrestleMania Access, but Dunne is the only name mentioned as possibly appearing on the main roster. And funny, I'm going to be at Access on that Thursday. I actually can't wait to get down to Orlando. I need it. I honestly need it, man. As soon as I land, right to the fucking, the hotel or the room that I booked, set up my shit for the week, right to the bar. Can't wait. It is being rumored that Triple H is very, very high on Pete Dunne, having been impressed with his work during the tournament. I mean, who wasn't? Dunne was fucking amazing in his just brutal heel-like mentality, man. I loved it. Dunne is only 24 years old and has a very, very, very bright future ahead of him. Now, there was a rumor about Triple H building a new version of Evolution. We talked about it last week. We talked about the week prior. For the last 2 weeks, we've been talking about Evolution, this new version of Evolution in Triple H's image. This will be taking place on Raw. This is strictly speculation. Nothing is confirmed. I mean, but we're piecing several things that are happening on Raw and some things that Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe are doing and saying. You know, Triple H would play, the leader of this. Kevin Owens is there. Samoa Joe is there as the bodyguard. He'd play the Batista type role. Kevin Owens would play the Triple H type role. We need someone to play that Randy Orton-like role. The young up-and-comer. The legend killer, per se. I mentioned Finn Balor and turning him heel. I mentioned Roman Reigns and possibly getting him involved. If you want to really have fun with it, there's no talk about that happening. But if you really want to fucking go outside the box and start being creative, you could put Roman Reigns in that role and have him be the one who says, you know what, Rollins sold out, or Rollins bought in, fuck that, I'm selling out because you people sold out on me. And no, I didn't steal no ideas because I don't give a fuck what you say, okay? And I don't read any of your Twitters. I don't fucking stalk Twitters like some of the people do for me. And I don't watch my show after fucking going on Twitter and fucking, just cursing me up and down, left and right to the fucking heavens. You hate my guts, but you still watch my fucking show anyway. Right to the very last second. No, I didn't steal no fucking ideas. Everything that I say on this channel in the form of creative writing and ideas comes from up here. I take nothing from anybody else. We're all in this together. We all think the same. It is very possible for one podcaster to have the same idea as another podcaster. So don't give me that shit, okay? If you want to get funny with it, and if you want to have some creative juices, just, outside the box, Roman Reigns would be a nice addition to that, and that would really accelerate his heel run that is desperately needed right now for Roman Reigns. Now, Dunne would be a great fit for Triple H's heel stable, as he is 24 years old and a young, bright, up-and-coming star. Triple H, Pete Dunne, Kevin Owens, and Samoa Joe sounds fucking beast, to be honest with you. Balor, I know Balor's 35, so he really wouldn't fit that young star. Pete Dunne might be it. Pete Dunne might be that. I could see Pete Dunne versus a Sami Zayn. That's fucking great, dude, right off the bat. Pete Dunne versus Sami Zayn. Pete Dunne versus Seth Rollins. Pete Dunne versus, who else is there? Nobody. Raw sucks. But you get my point. Pete Dunne would be elevated, and I think it's a good idea, man. His intensity, his attitude fits perfectly. Should be a good fit. We'll see what happens after WrestleMania. It's going to be very, very interesting to see if they go forward with this, man. Everybody's talking about a new evolution, but we have no confirmation on anything. All we have is just little bits and pieces here that Kevin Owens is saying and Samoa Joe is doing. So we'll find out more, obviously, after Fastlane and then on the road to WrestleMania. One thing I do want to mention, and this is coming from one of my subs, Jesse, who reaches out to me via DM. He's always giving me, opinions and everything. He's an opinion I really respect because he's very smart about what we are watching on television. He mentioned something to me that I was afraid to bring up, and I really didn't bring up. And he kind of made it a point for me to talk about it because it really does make sense. Goldberg is supposed to win the fucking championship, supposedly at Fastlane, right? He's supposed to crush Kevin Owens. He's supposed to be the Universal Champion. He's supposed to take the title into WrestleMania and defend it against Brock Lesnar and drop it to Brock Lesnar. It goes from a full-timer to a part-timer to a part-timer. Okay? Kevin Owens has been garbage as a champion, and it's not his fault. Kevin Owens is fucking great. He's been garbage as a Universal Champion because he's played a comedy role and a coward for the last 7 months. For the last 3 weeks, we finally have been blessed with seeing the old Kevin Owens return. If this is true, and I guess this ties into the story because you got Triple H, Pete Dunne, Kevin Owens, and Samoa Joe being talked about for a new stable. I think it's time for the new WWE stable with that type of makeup. But if Triple H is really starting a new stable and WWE is really going to go forward with these plans, and we see Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe on the same page, and Triple H talking to Kevin Owens a couple of weeks ago before the Festival of Friendship, and Kevin Owens' attitude completely changing from comedy to fucking downright fucking villainous. Why would Triple H, if this stable is true, why would Triple H, why would Samoa Joe, why would anybody associated with Triple H have Kevin Owens go into the Goldberg match and not help him in this title match on Sunday night? Why would they allow Goldberg to defeat Kevin Owens? Why would they allow Chris Jericho to interfere without helping Owens retain that title? It doesn't make any sense. It's like typical WWE booking themselves in a fucking corner. I mean, what does that do to Kevin Owens? What does that do for the fucking stable? That's a whole bunch of negative right there. Kevin Owens, finally after fucking 7 months, we're seeing the real Kevin Owens. He's going to drop the title immediately after cutting some of the best promos of his WWE run as champion, Universal Champion. Doesn't make any sense. The makeup of this entire stable has been about, you know what? We come, we destroy, we leave. This is what Samoa Joe's been doing for the last 3 weeks. He did it to Zayn. He did it to Rollins. So the makeup of this group is we listen to Triple H and we come and destroy. Why wouldn't they destroy Bill Goldberg? Why wouldn't they destroy Chris Jericho? It doesn't make any sense to me. Again, WWE's backed themselves in a corner. Now, if Kevin Owens is going to come to Fastlane and drop the title to Goldberg because of outside interference to Chris Jericho, I mean, they're probably not going to go ahead with the plans for this evolution, because at that moment when Kevin Owens loses the title, that evolution aura, the whole makeup of that evolution is diminished already. They're in the negative. They're in the red. Why would a stable like that jeopardize their own man to lose the championship without helping him? It makes zero sense. Zero sense. And this is something that nobody is talking about. Nobody even brought up that idea. So, again, WWE has backed themselves into a fucking corner. Don't understand it. I really don't understand WWE's logic at times. It's really frustrating. It's really frustrating. But then again, this is Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon wants Goldberg to have the title. Vince McMahon wants to book Brock Lesnar and Bill Goldberg for the Universal title for the main event of WrestleMania. This is Vince McMahon. He's got hands-on with this project that is Goldberg versus Lesnar. I guess Vince McMahon's okay with taking a full-timer in Kevin Owens and a possible new stable that's going to overtake Monday Night Raw. That could be the biggest thing of 2017. And you're going to have him drop the Universal Championship to a part-timer who is merely there to fight Goldberg, to fight Lesnar at WrestleMania, is Goldberg. I mean, how is that even logical? This is the thing that you care about most. Pushing a part-timer over Kevin Owens, who right now is doing the best work we've seen in the last 7 months. I hate that. I fucking hate that aspect. But this is WWE, and like I said, this is what Vince McMahon wants. What else do we got here? I think that's it for just those small news stories. I think that's it. Let's move on to this Luke Harper story, man. Being that we already talked about the Randy Orton AJ Styles situation, this is something that's going to get a lot of people really, really upset with. Luke Harper being held back by Vince McMahon, and his WrestleMania role is being diminished. I don't know why anybody would hold Luke Harper back after what he's been doing. I mean, the guy's obviously waiting to break out. He was clearly waiting to break out. He's been held back so long, he finally got the opportunity against Randy Orton, gave him 20 minutes at Elimination Chamber, gave him AJ Styles on Smackdown. Guy clearly wants it. You've seen a different Luke Harper. He was hungry on both of those matches, on both of those occasions. But apparently Vince McMahon does not want to push Luke Harper, especially in a WrestleMania main event spot. Luke Harper has experienced as many start and stop pushes in WWE as anybody, with few significant storylines credited to him alone as of yet. The vast majority of his main roster career has been spent alongside Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family. And it's proven difficult for WWE management to envision Harper completely removed from that dynamic, at least not without a major makeover. The latest example, of course, came in the past couple of weeks on SmackDown. The Luke Harper character was on display in easily the biggest two matches of his career to date in the WWE. 2 weeks ago, Harper and 9 other superstars competed in a battle royal to determine a new number 1 contender for Bray Wyatt and the WWE Championship at WrestleMania after Randy Orton supposedly relinquished his rightful opportunity on his own accord. That match ended when Luke Harper and AJ Styles simultaneously went over the top rope and onto the floor. Of course, it set up a singles match between the two for the following week. Harper has been in a battle royal, or has been in battle royals before, but never advanced as far as he got 2 weeks ago. His ascent to the top of SmackDown Live seemed apparent as this past Tuesday night he battled AJ Styles in his most high-profile singles match to date. And you can tell if you watch the match, AJ did everything that he could to try and make Luke Harper as dominating as possible. Luke Harper was dominating in that match, and AJ Styles really helped him along the way. He was selling, he made Harper look great, and I think everybody can agree, we are enjoying Luke Harper right now in the role that he is, getting pushed into the main event, because the guy clearly has the talent to succeed at that level. It's apparent. You watch him and you know. For a man his size, the guy can fucking go. And you don't see that all too often. Luke Harper has something special. It just hasn't been revealed yet. And WWE is holding that back for whatever reason, I don't know. Now, there were reports on several occasions that the false finish to the Battle Royal was done because WWE officials still didn't make up their mind regarding what to do with Luke Harper at WrestleMania. All this confusion centered around Luke Harper and the constant, stop and go. Do we push him? Do we not push him? There was one camp advocating for him to be included in the WWE title match, creating a triple threat of former Wyatt family members, Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton, and Luke Harper. That's the one thing, after everything that's been reported, being that we got Randy Orton winning the Rumble, we got Bray Wyatt winning, and then Luke Harper, with his Battle Royal after Randy Orton relinquished his Royal Rumble victory, we all thought it was going to head that way, and we were all okay with it. We were all okay with it. Because we knew eventually Randy Orton was going to come out and say, you know what? I want the title. I want the championship. He was going to turn on Bray, and Luke Harper was going to be in there because he earned the right through the Battle Royal. We were all okay with that Battle Royal, and we were all okay with Luke Harper winning it and going on to WrestleMania. Because we know what Luke Harper is capable of. Now, there was another group. There was one group advocating for Harper to be included in the main event. There was another group backstage, and you can tell these people to go fuck the right off, okay? Another group backstage who felt he wasn't deserving of such a spot on the biggest card of the year. Ultimately, it came down to a decision from Vince McMahon. There was a clear opportunity to push Luke Harper up the Smackdown ladder, but Vince decided not to elevate Luke Harper's position, according to new reports. As a result, there now appears to be new plans in the works for Harper's eventual role at WrestleMania. Now, there were other reports that indicated that officials were deciding whether to put Luke Harper in the WWE title match or remove him from the equation altogether and simply use him as an entrant in the Andre the Giant Memorial jobber, waste of my fucking time, bathroom break, I don't give a shit, Battle Royal. It was quite the spectrum of possibilities, especially considering he'd be the third favorite in that match, at best, going in. What are you going to do with Braun Strowman at WrestleMania? Braun Strowman's going to be in the Battle Royal, so you're going to put Luke Harper in a Battle Royal that is already deemed to lose before he even steps foot in the ring, with Braun Strowman in there. That's what you want to do with Luke Harper after the fucking, the quality of work he's been doing in 2007. This is what you want to do with Luke Harper? I thought WrestleMania, I thought Smackdown was about opportunity. I thought WrestleMania was about making your own ascent to the top of, the legends, to WWE immortality. Who's to say that Luke Harper doesn't deserve it? The guy's fucking busting his ass. Guy came back from injury, busted his ass before the injury, busted his ass after the injury. He's on the road 300 days a fucking year. Who's to say, who's anybody to say that he doesn't deserve it? Are you fucking serious? Give me a fucking break with that nonsense. Yeah, but Bill Goldberg deserves a fucking spot at WrestleMania, right? I understand why these guys are there. They're big-time guys, established names. They sell the event. But it's a very, very gray area. You got your part-timers that are going to sell your fucking event, but then you got the fucking people who look down on the part-timers because they don't deserve it. Meanwhile, the fucking guys who are there 300 days on the road, they're being told they don't deserve it. How does that make any fucking sense? If you're Luke Harper and you're putting on some of the best work you've done since you've been on the main roster, and someone tells you, yeah, we're not putting you in the main event because there's people backstage that don't think you're ready. People backstage don't think you deserve it. That is soul-crushing, bro. Absolutely soul. That would fucking break me. But then again, you can't show it. What are you going to do? You got producers, officials, McMahon. telling you this. What are you going to do? You're going to give them lip? You're going to argue back? No, you're going to fucking shut your mouth. You're going to fucking swallow that nasty fucking medicine. And you're going to go back and do what you're told to do. Because there's nothing else you could do. It's either you answer them back and get fired, or you shut your mouth and you go, and maybe somewhere down the line they say, you know what, this guy's ready. But there's no better opportunity than right now. I mean, what is WWE, squandering these fucking plans? There's no better role for Luke Harper than what this is right now. What are you going to have him sit on the outside? You're going to have him sit in Bray Wyatt's corner? After all he's done to distance himself from Bray Wyatt, now you want to put him back in Bray Wyatt's corner? There's no better role. Why would you go away from that? Embrace it. The guy is clearly ready for a match like that. He's not even going to be the center of that match. It's okay. You got Wyatt, you got Orton. Those are the two guys in that match. You put Luke Harper in there. Not only is he with those two guys in the fucking WWE Championship match at WrestleMania, people will think he's a big deal. And from that moment on, Luke Harper will be elevated up the Smackdown ladder, and people will look at him in a main event light. This is what you want to do. This was the reason for the brand split, to create new stars. There's no reason for a brand split if you're going to operate the WWE the same way you did before the brand split. I hate that. I fucking hate that. That is bullshit. It appears Harper will return to Bray Wyatt's side and aid Bray Wyatt in his title defense. Now listen, this might be all bullshit. We might actually see the triple threat happening, but according to sources right now, there's massive confusion with Luke Harper. Will they pull the trigger, or will we get Randy Orton Bray one-on-one and that's it? I don't know. So please take this with a pinch of salt, okay? None of this might actually be true. But if it is, I wouldn't be surprised if this is really the case. But if it's not true, okay? If this is all bullshit, like I said, everything I read is merely opinion. We take the biggest stories from around the wrestling world, in the dirt sheets, the newsletters, Meltzer, PW Insider, and we give our opinion on it. This is what this fucking show is. Okay? No bullshit, in your face, tell it how it is, opinion. And I'm telling you how it is with this Luke Harper situation. Now, it appears that Bray Wyatt will have Luke Harper in his corner. Randy Orton, Luke Harper, somewhat of a tweener since breaking apart from the Wyatt family. The crowds have been uncertain about how to react with Luke Harper. This will all play a part in officials deciding to realign him with Bray as they move closer towards WrestleMania. The other factor that could play a key role in SmackDown's top storyline is health of Eric Rowan. Now, I don't know if this was photoshopped. Someone tell me if I'm seeing the right thing here. There was video going around of Eric Rowan taking Sister Abigail's body from the grave moments before Randy Orton set that Wyatt compound on fire. Someone please tell me if that was a legit video that WWE posted or if that was a fan-made thing. I don't know. But let me know. Because that's very intriguing if he did. If that's the case, we could see, and I wouldn't be shocked if we see Sister Abigail come back to life. I mean, we had fucking, Undertaker and Kane. Kane was supposed to be dead, burned alive. His brother was back. He rips off a fucking door in the Hell in a Cell. Tombstone's his fucking brother in the middle of the ring. Shawn Michaels escapes with his life. We've seen supernatural shit in WWE, Undertaker summoned lightning to fucking burn Bray Wyatt's chair in the middle of the ring during their WrestleMania feud. We've seen shit. I would not be opposed to seeing Sister Abigail awaken from the dead, reincarnated. It's, interesting, but weird. But let me know if that really did happen. Rowan has been training in Florida recently and has been cleared for a return. There have been some rumblings that he could return to television in the next few weeks and be placed back in the Wyatt family as well. This would mean the original iteration of the Wyatt family, Bray, Harper, and Rowan, would reunite for WrestleMania and feud with the Viper. Orton, I don't know how that's going to work. I don't see how Randy Orton's going to overcome all of the Wyatt family. Should be interesting if that is the case and they bring Rowan back. Rowan was the lone beneficiary of the Wyatt family to wrestle a match at last year's WrestleMania. Awful fucking burial It lasted 6 seconds against The Rock in what people thought was one of the more memorable moments of the show. I thought it was one of the worst fucking moments of the show. Luke Harper and Bray Wyatt were both injured and unable to compete. Harper, who seemed like he was just hitting his stride as his own performer again, will likely have his singles run taken away to help with the WWE Championship storyline instead, on the outside looking in instead of being in the mix in that triple threat match that is being rumored. That's fucking ridiculous, dude. Absolutely ridiculous. That's a sad fucking situation, how people are so political. You know, they'd rather be political and they'd rather go with the safe choice instead of giving somebody who's proven he's worth it a shot at WrestleMania. Come on, bro. Give these guys opportunity. Don't you understand? The more talent you have at the top of the ladder, the more better your shows, the more intriguing your shows are going to be. There's no shortage, ever, of top talent. How can you make top talent if you're afraid to push guys in the perfect opportunity? This is a perfect opportunity for Luke Harper. This is a perfect opportunity to include him in a major storyline and make a star out of him. Vince McMahon thinks otherwise. Bullshit. Absolutely bullshit story. Moving on with this Jack Swagger story. Jack Swagger reportedly was released from the WWE. And I'm hearing now that Jack Swagger has not been granted his release. Jack Swagger revealed on Chael Sonnen's podcast that he was asking for his release from the WWE. He's been booked in a match already with former WWE superstar Alberto Del Rio, but now it's revealed that they have not granted him his release yet. Jack Swagger has not been granted a release from his WWE contract. When he is granted his release, Swagger will remain under exclusive contract to the WWE for 90 days and will be compensated accordingly during that period. If this is indeed the case, Swagger will most likely be unable to compete in his first independent booking, as it will take place less than 90 days after his supposed release. He could always try to combat the 90-day no-compete clause. I mean, this is ridiculous. The guy hasn't even been on fucking TV. Why are you keeping him from wrestling? That is fucking ridiculous. The guy's been off TV for fucking 6 months after you debuted him on Smackdown coming over from Raw. You had that short thing with Baron Corbin on Smackdown. Guy hasn't been anywhere on television. Let the guy go. Let the guy go. There's no reason for a 90-day no-compete clause here. It's fucking ridiculous. You're keeping the guy from making money, and you're keeping the guy from getting his name out there. It's fucking stupid. He could always try and combat the 90-day no-compete clause as other superstars have done in the past. Brock Lesnar and Alberto Del Rio are two superstars who have successfully had the clause overturned in their favor. In fact, Del Rio held a press conference shortly after his release. He revealed he had negotiated with Vince McMahon himself to remove the clause from his contract. The main objective of the press conference is to notify Mexico, the place where I was born, where my career started, and where it is going to end, that I was tired of the work pace. I wasn't comfortable anymore. I felt that they weren't doing stuff with me, and I decided to move. I understand that they weren't going to give me more exposure. I understand their motives, and we reached an agreement. The negotiation was so good that McMahon didn't apply the 90-day clause. I've come here completely free. End quote. That was an excerpt from Del Rio's press conference. When Brock Lesnar went to New Japan Pro Wrestling after leaving WWE in 2004, WWE tried to sue him, but he had the court rule in his favor and he was allowed to compete. It is unknown if Swagger will try to combat this clause or he will simply wait it out before heading out to the Indies. If so, many hope that he reignites his passion for wrestling and showcases his talents, which many feel were not properly utilized or showcased during Swagger's tenure with WWE. Swagger made his debut in WWE's rebranded ECW and became ECW champion in 2009 after defeating Matt Hardy. After dropping the title to a returning Christian, Swagger was drafted to Raw. He competed in the Money in the Bank ladder match at WrestleMania 26 and won that, defeating Christian, Dolph Ziggler, Kane, Shelton Benjamin, MVP, Matt Hardy, Evan Bourne, Drew McIntyre, and Kofi Kingston to claim the Money in the Bank contract. He successfully cashed in on an ambush Chris Jericho to claim the World Heavyweight Championship. He lost the title to Rey Mysterio 79 days later and was unsuccessful in his attempts to reclaim it. Swagger returned, or started to gain momentum rather, back in 2013 after winning an Elimination Chamber match. He defeated Randy Orton, Mark Henry, Chris Jericho, Kane, and Daniel Bryan for an opportunity to face the World Heavyweight Champion Alberto Del Rio. This was when Swagger aligned himself with Zeb Coulter and adopted his highly patriotic character. He was busted for driving while under the influence shortly, and many feel this caused management to lose faith in him, and he lost at WrestleMania 29. So you lost faith in him after one fucking DUI? I mean, it's 29, 30, 31, 32. We're 4 years later. We're coming up on WrestleMania 33. You're still harboring bad feelings and feelings of losing faith in somebody 4 years after he made a fucking mistake? Are you fucking serious? That cannot be the reason. That cannot be the reason. If that is the sole reason, that is pathetic. People make mistakes. 4 years, I think, is enough time for a little DUI to, change someone's mind. I mean, look at Kurt Angle and all the fucking bullshit Kurt Angle has gone through. They're putting him in the Hall of Fame. They're putting him in the Hall of Fame. And they're going to have him on television. Rumor's going to be that he's going to be Monday Night Raw GM. That he's going to be wrestling on Raw and for WWE going into the summer. You know? There was reports saying that WWE won't sign him due to his drug history. Same thing with the Hardys. Hardys have a history of drugs and fucking alcohol and this and that. Jeff Hardy can't even leave the fucking country due to his drug fucking issues. But they're bringing them back? Can't be. Can't be. That's ridiculous. Kurt Angle's got fucking 3 DUIs himself. Although Swagger was initially drafted to Raw in July, he jumped brands to SmackDown where he feuded with Baron Corbin. The two fought at No Mercy and Swagger lost. He lost again in a rematch, and this was his last feud within WWE. He made sporadic appearances at main event and house shows, but Swagger has not appeared in a house show since last January. Holy shit. This guy, for real, he's been sitting by catering. Jesus Christ. Many hope that Swagger is able to rejuvenate both himself and his love for wrestling as soon as he is allowed to compete. Hopefully, he has a no-compete clause, and we can see him in House of Glory. I think House of Glory would utilize him greatly at the top of the card. I think that would be fantastic. I'd love to call some of Swagger's matches. You know, we make fun of him, but we say that about everybody who's not on television. He's just the one who's been noticeably absent, you know? I think he would do well in the independents. He would thrive in Ring of Honor. He would thrive in Ring of Honor, dude. I'd love to see him in House of Glory. I'd love to see him, New Japan could probably even use him. He'd be great. He's very, very, very good in the ring. Never showcased, never utilized, never give him a chance. But hopefully Swagger can find success and hopefully he can get out of that 90-day clause. I don't see why they would give him a 90-day clause to no compete. Guy hasn't competed at all. Hasn't been on a house show since January last year. So what's the point of keeping this guy in a no-compete clause? It makes no sense to me. That's just saying, you know what, go fuck yourself. And clearly WWE just doesn't give a shit. Finally, guys, we're going to end this episode of Off the Script. Former WWE World Champion Rey Mysterio possibly headed to TNA. The latest WWE rumors focus on a potential former WWE superstar, Rey Mysterio, headed to TNA Impact Wrestling. If true, it could crush the hopes of fans from the WWE Universe that would see him come back to the company in 2017. According to PW Mania, the superstar in the latest rumors is indeed Rey Mysterio, the man known for his 619 and high-flying ring skills. As the site reports, that Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer, recently said that there's a possibility that Impact is trying to bring Mysterio on board. Mysterio is a longtime member of WWE and a former winner of the Royal Rumble as well as many championships while part of the company. PW Mania also indicates that Mysterio had a contract with Lucha Underground, his current pro wrestling company, that would allow Mysterio to appear on TNA or WWE 6 months after the season of Lucha airs. There's also a possibility he could re-sign with Lucha Underground. The earliest fans might see Mysterio pop up for TNA would be in October, though, because Lucha Underground is returning to El Rey in May. They'll probably be finishing up in October, and that's when we could see Mysterio return to TNA or any major televised wrestling promotion. The potential of signing with TNA is a big deal for TNA, as the company has been lagging and losing top stars to WWE. Among them have been Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, Austin Aries, Bobby Roode. However, former TNA stars such as AJ Styles mentioned that part of the problem with the company was how they continue to try and bring in former WWE stars to boost interest in the company. Previous WWE rumors suggest that Mysterio might show up at the 2017 Royal Rumble match as a surprise entrant. Obviously, that never happened. However, that pay-per-view has come and gone with no sign of Rey Mysterio coming back to either Raw or SmackDown Live. His presence might help boost the Raw roster or even lend some star power to the Cruiserweight division, which I mentioned, which some fans feel has been a disappointment. I even booked a returning Rey Mysterio versus Neville. Neville's the king of the Cruiserweights. Bring in Mysterio to challenge him at WrestleMania. Done. If Mysterio does make the move to WWE's competitor in TNA, I wouldn't call him a competitor right now, but that's what the report says. It would dispel previous rumors about Rey coming back to the WWE. As of this report, there are still betting odds that Mysterio is listed as a possibility to return at WrestleMania 33 for an in-ring appearance. Several bookers or bookies in Vegas have stated that Mysterio has 8-1 odds on the list, but then again, there are superstars like CM Punk on the list and AJ Lee on the list. 20-1 for Punk and AJ Lee 6-1 to appear at WrestleMania. And you know, none of that is actually happening. Mysterio, a member of World Championship Wrestling from 96 to 2001, entered the WWE a year later. He stayed with the company through 2015 with an impressive run. It molded Mysterio into a fan favorite for his quick offense and lucha-style wrestling. During this time, WCW, WWE, Rey Mysterio captured the WCW Cruiserweight Championship 5 times, the World Heavyweight Championship twice, and the WWE Championship once. In addition, he was a multiple-time Cruiserweight Intercontinental Tag Team Champion with WWE and is considered one of the Triple Crown title winners over the years. That accomplishment came during his time with WWE for having won a major title, a tag team title, and Intercontinental title at different points in his career. As mentioned, a Mysterio return to the WWE would be huge, but it could also add to what many fans feel is the biggest problem in the company right now: lack of developing newer talents in favor of bringing in older superstars. With the recent returns of Goldberg and Triple H getting into the ring at WrestleMania against Rollins, it shows that WWE may be too reliant on long-time talents. Listen, if Rey Mysterio is going to TNA, pretty sure TNA is going to try and build up Del Rio versus Mysterio at the top of the card, because they just signed Del Rio. He is their world champion. Don't know what's going on with that, but I don't care what they do. This is what I mentioned in yesterday's Hardy video. They let Matt, Jeff, Drew Galloway, Maria Kanellis, and Mike Bennett go, and they're bringing in more former WWE stars. They signed Del Rio. All that money that was probably going to go to the Hardys and Drew Galloway went to Del Rio. You know, all that money that was going to go to everybody else that they didn't want to sign could be going to Rey Mysterio. You know, maybe they want to build the company in a more straightforward, wrestling-orientated way, and they feel that Mysterio and Del Rio offer that. I don't know what's going on, but is Mysterio going to be enough to bring viewers to Impact? No. I think Impact is honestly a lost cause. I don't give a shit who they bring in there. The only thing that would generate interest for Impact, and I mean this wholeheartedly, is if they offer CM Punk all the money under the fucking moon to come back. You want to get me to watch Impact? You get CM Punk in that company, and you put him at the top of the fucking card. That's what's going to generate interest. Del Rio, Mysterio, fucking Matt Morgan, they're not going to generate any interest. Who the fuck's going to watch those guys? I mentioned it yesterday. In my Matt Hardy video. Del Rio is not going to make me reach for the remote and say, you know what, let me see what's going on with Impact. No. You need a mega star. And there's not many of them out there. There's only one that I know of, and his name is Phil Brooks. You get Phil Brooks in TNA, maybe people start watching. Maybe. That's off the script, guys. Thank you so much for everything. If you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up. If you made it this far into the video, down in the comments, hashtag Roman sucks. I like that one. Roman sucks if you made it this far into the video, man. Other than that, check out the description for everything you guys need. Rusty, barbershop window, etc., etc., etc. Patreon. Everything you guys need is down in the description. If you missed any of my previous videos, They're in the annotation that you see on the screen right in front of you. I'm JD. Hit that thumbs up if you possibly fucking can. It turns blue. You want to see some magic? Yeah, hit that thumbs up. It turns fucking blue, man. I'll be back on Sunday with more great WWE news. I'll be back with some more video game stuff this weekend. Stream possible with Zelda. Match simulations with my commentary over WWE 2K17 for Fastlane. Bunch of shit. Keep it right here on the channel. I am JD. Thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for part 3 of Off the Script. Talk to you later.